Should I go ahead?
Sure. Started off with George's fun fact.
George, as a child, used to own a book about dinosaurs.
I feel like we have heard this before. Somewhere.
I know that we've talked about how his favorite dinosaur was the Quetzal-
Hmm.
Quetzalcoatl.
Because I think that was like where he originally found
Hmm. I'll think of a different one.
it. Alright. Do we have a pink fun fact?
I guess this is topical. Doesn't give a lot, but it's technically topical. Um, Pink has never heard of the underground,
Hmm.
except for like in terms of going into a cave that leads underground or something, but not
Yeah.
like a whole area.
Hmm. I think that puts him with most people.
Yeah, that figures.
So much of the world is changing. Alright, George, what do we got?
Uh, sure. George has been given rudimentary um training with swords as a child.
Okay.
As sort of protective measures, because the business is dangerous or whatever.
Hmm.
So that's why he can use longsword, rapier, and short sword because he has a
Okay.
general idea of how to use them.
So, the fun fact that I've got for this session is that in the last session, I mentioned that Lumin had pulled out a symbol of this so-called pay, though I couldn't find what that symbol exactly was. And that symbol is a thin coiled wire made up of a even smaller coil. In addition to that being her symbol for her focus, um, the way she casts magic is a little different from anything either of you have seen. It often follows similar steps, which is why it is generally recognizable to someone who is at least familiar with a given spell. But it often, it pretty much exclusively uh, involves creating some sort of magical pattern out of light generated out of this coil. If you could imagine sort of like carving a light sigil into the air and then using that to channel the magic. And if you haven't seen the posting title of the last session, it is indeed called Shadow Baddie.
Oh,
I mean, I mean,
It's a title that can go either way. It could be, oh, she's a baddie, or they're about to fight a baddie that is just Shadow. So
I'm thinking it's leaning towards one direction.
yeah.
maybe. Oh, I just realized my camera is pointed out the window.
Also, you said Pei was the goddess of light.
Pei was some sort of god of light. God or goddess.
Okay,
I don't know if that part got translated too well.
that's fair. And it's a coiled coil,
Yes.
like what you did there.
Now just inquire on what material it's made out of.
Hmm. Does it happen to be the highest melting point material on the periodic table?
It is a very high melting point material. I don't know if it is the highest. And with that, we can move on to the recap, where last session you had encountered this shadow baddie, who turned out to be this Lumin character, who apparently seems to come from underground, and is aware of your previous traveling companion, Liam, who is, if I recall the exact verbiage, in a small room without contact.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about that later.
And after encountering this individual and mistaking them for an entity that had previously been very threatening to you, you went back to a clearing that you had passed through before that was a little safer, and then made your way back to the cliffside where you had originally met this individual, and decided, you know what, we're just going to jump off a cliff. We can fly. We fly now. And just decided to dive bomb down instead of following perhaps the normal path that you might have seen in the distance as you eventually approached Svaler. But for that journey across the killing grounds, you crossed through various flower fields relatively quickly, just indexing which flowers are safe and which flowers are not, which flowers taste like cheese or smell like cheese versus vomit. And encountering probably about the most threatening thing you can find in this area nowadays, which was those giant toads that live in the ponds and feed on some of the strange essence that's here. Additionally, through your crossing, though it was not detailed as you pretty much just went a beeline for the city, there were plenty of remnants of encampments that perhaps have been worn and withered for thousands of years, and just, left very, very light rubble of what once was evidence of, battles happening here, and just the general scars of magical blasts that have since, that originally carved out plenty of bits of land, but have since filled up back with water, allowing for anything that lives out here to get a drink. And eventually you ended up crossing the great chasm that had opened up in this field, separating off Svaler from the rest of this field. Crossing nowhere near that seemed to be a prescribed pathway, but you can see now off in the distance as you've landed on the other side, to your north would be the town of Svaler, as you can roughly get the scent of rushing water off in the distance that likely surrounds this city. And the most notable point of Svaler that you can see off in the distance is the central tower of a purpose you do not quite know yet. And with that, we will move it into the session proper. What would you like to do?
So would we still be flying at this point?
You had just landed on the other side of the chasm. And flying over it, you did see that there were various places where it just seemed to drop off as just a sheer drop off into shadow. The land itself seemed to give way underneath to larger chasms that plateaued out and formed different landings within. but you did not dare to go inside as it seemed to be filled with this sort of shadow that absorbed the light falling in from the sun above.
Curious.
I believe it would be about noon-ish.
Okay. In that case, George,
Yes, hello.
should we send to Nuvian and Gregor?
I think that would be a good idea. Yeah. Let me just sit up so that I can breathe fully. Alright, I'm going to cast Sending
All right.
to Nuvian.
Okay.
Hello, Nuvian. This is George. We are at the gate of Sphela and we are about to enter the city. So we were wondering where we might be able to find you so that we can meet up finally after this long journey of not seeing each other. So that's we can end that thing.
All right. First roll of the night. How drunk is Nuvian right now?
Great roll.
Okay. Interesting. Nuvian. Where did I put this man?
Takes 3 levels of intoxication.
Does that kill you, or does that? Just...
I would imagine.
Are there levels of intoxication?
No. But I would
okay.
imagine, 3 is still you're alive. I think 4 and 5 is when you start passing out, and
6 is when
6 is when you die.
you get a. Sorry,
Okay.
bud.
So he rolled a base 9, but I'm not finding wherever I wrote. Oh, it's probably in that file. I'm gonna guess that he is a relatively high constitution boy because he's a beefy
Oh
boy.
yeah, for sure.
So we'll say he does pass that. And you sent this one. So he's gonna say, actually, based on the calendar. Here we go. You had originally sent that out. Running Silvercast Theater. Okay. Yeah, okay. It's still within the week. So you hear back. Hello, Erjor. This is Nuvian. We've still been celebrating here at the 90 Proof Inn. And we have plenty to talk about. I'm about 5 pints in. See ya.
All right. So they're at the 90 proof, and they are. They're making sure that the 90 proof name is accurate. So we might want to get there before the 90 proof inn has 0 proof left.
How wasted was he?
He was. I think he's getting there.
Yeah, let's head over there.
Yeah.
All right. As you approach from, based on where I've got you on the map for landing, you do come across more cracks across the earth, but you, of course, have plenty of ability to fly over things, and it is a trivial journey across this now cracked landscape to getting towards the actual gate of the city. And now I have to play roulette to see if this is going to be the right cover of this track. I think that's it. Yeah, that feels right. As you enter the port city of Svaler, specifically towards their rice paddies, which come quite close to the edge of this chasm. There's probably about, I'd say, based on the size of the city, maybe about a 500 foot wide gap between the edge of these paddies and the paths that lead through them versus the edge of the chasm that had opened up. There is a small fence here. There's no direct path in through this 500-foot stretch, but the fence is about chest high and easily stepped over or moved through. Inwards of this area, there are cabins of what seem to be likely the people who live here and operate the rice paddies.
Well, I guess I'll take a scan around to see if I can just off rip see where the 90 proof inn is.
All right. I'd say go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Get out of my
This
die.
is okay. Oop.
Perception, time to perceive. That will be a 17.
17. So from this distance, you don't quite see any evidence that, any of these signs in your vicinity might say the 90 proof inn. What you can see off towards the center of the city is this large tower that you've seen in a distance, and there seems to be a few larger buildings built around it. Everything else sort of flattens out. You can imagine it's sort of like the city kind of, the heights of the building are kind of like spiked in how, in the vicinities of the city it's pretty low, but as you get towards the center it starts to pick up, and then there's just this one really big tower in the center.
I'm just gonna kind of look up at the big center tower and be like, wonder what that's for.
Well, it's, when you're coming into port, one of the most important things is establishing key landmarks to know where you are. Because after being at sea for a long time, that's why you have lighthouses and the like. But I mean, this might be a substitute because that is striking.
I guess it's a hell of a landmark then.
For sure.
Out of character. I forgot that George would just know the answer to that. All right. Well, I guess we should either just get wandering around or asking around.
Yes.
All right, and it is about a half mile until you get to what looks to be a little more urban of an area. Right now you're still sort of in a farming area.
I think for now, Penk would want to just wander around a little bit before asking around. So I think we would probably try to wander in the direction of urban.
All right, getting into the urban area. Let's double check here. Cities. S for Svaler. Here we go. Ah. Interesting. All right. Actually, I should probably check that too. So, as you get into this more urban area, you see what looks to be a fairly mixed zone of housing and shops. People, setting up various stalls in the street where you might be able to buy things, or where you very, very likely will be able to buy things, and various posters around. Interestingly, here as well, you're seeing a lot of the similar printed poster material as you were in Citrine, featuring Dave the hero holding aloft his sword, saying, "Join the efforts to, or do your parts to fight the arbiters." No immediate proof of. Actually, go ahead and give me a perception check. We'll say.
Both of us?
Pank, because he asked, unless you want to assist in this.
Yeah, I think he's got it.
Usually a perceiver. I'm the perceiver. That's a 22.
22. All right. So you see a poster that says 90 proof in grand reopening, east side of town.
I forgot. I need to check the fun facts to see if we established this. I don't remember if we established the fact that Pink, as a bird, can feel magnetic fields and thus know which direction is north.
I think
I
we
feel like
talked
it
about
was
this.
I think we talked about this. Is this a thing that we said yes to?
Sure.
I think so. This is definitely something we talked about.
Yeah. Because if that is the case, I'll just kind of be like, okay, so it's east. And then I'll just head eastward.
All right. At this point, about this half-mile journey in, there is still a little bit of the rice fields left to your east, but the paths here are very simple and easy to follow, and they run north-south, so very easy to just walk along here. In the streets, nobody really tries to stop you or anything. I will say Lumin goes ahead and puts her hood up as soon as you start approaching civilization. But other than that, it is a pretty simple walk to a riverfront. Where the various canals of the rice paddy seem to be filling from. To the north of you is maybe a few, we'll say 1,000 or 2,000 feet more of rice paddy before it just very quickly starts building up into these more urban buildings. The buildings themselves are mostly kind of like a charcoaly color, but they are decorated mainly by their glass in the windows, which has colors ranging from orange to green to yellow to sort of like a pinkish gray.
I'm just going to kind of be looking a little bit in awe at all of these intricate glasswork.
Indeed, and a lot of people do have like these tiled stained glass windows as well, especially in the area that you're in. Um, you did not see those tiled stained glasses as much towards that sort of farming cabin area. Additionally, a lot of these houses do seem to be decorated in various wreaths of flowers in colors all across the rainbow, likely from the killing fields nearby.
Would any stained glass that we've encountered before usually be at religious sort of buildings, or is it fairly common?
Yeah, roll me a history check.
Well, that's a 5.
I will also say probably a religion check would work as well if you want to use a different modifier. I don't know if that's any better.
They're both +0.
All right. Based on your intuition, it is pointing towards that stained glass. Like when you think stained glass as pink, you think, oh, this I've seen this in like religious places. So it is something you probably have seen in more religious areas. You don't know if that is a point of significance or not, though. But you do have at least some association there.
Okay. Duly noted.
All right.
So yeah.
You're just standing at a crossroads in this rice paddy right now.
Oh, crossroads. Right. Is there another sign that kind of has like? Is there a road still leading eastward?
So the road leading eastward, you can see, um, ends up running into this riverfront, where
Okay.
these what looks to be handcrafted wood structures, very simply crafted, are building up just a square embankment at the riverfront, and there's just a path that runs along that wood crafted sort of railing, as that just runs up against the river.
Well, the sign did say eastward.
Yes.
So eastward we shall go.
Eastward we shall go.
And eastward is straight into the river.
Is Pank looking eastward?
I imagine so.
Okay. Because my brain immediately went, well, does George know where eastward is?
Yes, Pank would be the direction that we would have been traveling would have been eastward.
Perfect.
So wait, there's not a path across the river that you just said?
There is no path that crosses the river, it seems.
No. Okay.
This is a relatively sizable
misinterpreted.
river, too. But across the river, if I recall my geography, is a very dense forest.
Oh, okay. Maybe we went too far.
Let's see, here is Gigamap. But yeah, so across the way is that just very dense forest right up against the riverfront. It seems that these trees pick up, and from this distance, it's just the edge of the forest that you'd be able to see. This river here is probably about 500 to 600 feet wide.
Do there happen to be any good Samaritans around?
Any good Samaritans around? There does seem to be an Aarakocra individual. This will be... Oh. I'm just gonna look up funny bird, and that'll be whatever bird it is. What
Scared.
is this? Is this real?
You know that's a good sign when you have to ask if it's real or
This
not.
is incredible news.
Okay, that's 100% just a Photoshop. I am hiding AI images. All right, there's just a really like plump, we'll say like 4 foot tall black bird with these like light brown flecks that kind of look like, if you imagine the color of pencil shavings and like the texture that those have, that like swirl of, or like that swirl pattern you get from the pencil shavings that just like forms rings around their body going down, and there's these like, there's some that are like this more saturated brown and more that are this like lighter brown. Um, Apparently this bird species is called a satanic nightjar.
No, now I have to look this up.
Yeah, hold on.
Yeah, look at that. I like how half the pictures on it are of it screaming.
So he's just bent over. Actually, we'll say he's standing in one of these pools, doing a little bit of work.
It's awesome.
That is incredible.
Pause. I'm so sorry to interrupt, but I do have to say the Wikipedia page lists a few other different common names for it.
Mhm.
One of which is the satanic goat sucker. Or the diabolical nightjar.
The All
The
right,
diabolical night.
we'll call him a diabolical nightjar. For this, because I don't think anyone has a concept of what a Satan might be.
No.
All right, so he's just sitting there. You know what? Sure, we'll even give him the rice hat, because why not? He's sitting there in a rice hat, just working the field right there, or the paddy. But you can see the rice paddy is probably only about 1.5 feet deep of water, which is almost half of his height. So he's chest height.
Yeah, 4 foot. Being 4 foot tall will do that to you.
Yeah.
Think wellness. I will approach this individual and be like, hey there, excuse me.
Ah, hello.
Would you happen to know where the 90 proof inn is?
New to town, I see. Well, I can certainly point you in the right direction. Just follow the riverfront up. Probably about another half mile. You won't miss it. There's crowds
Big
gathered up.
building?
There's tables set up in the street. You just follow the smell of alcohol. You'll get there.
All right. Thank you so much, sir.
Sure. Safe flying, eh?
Yeah, thank you.
Meanwhile,
And
in his head, he's like, "Man, it's good to know people, or like it's good to see people that don't ask about me sucking goats." But he would
hey,
never.
pink nose, pink nose. That's just a misnomer of a name. All right. Well, I'm gonna turn to George and be like, well, I guess we should follow the smell of alcohol.
For sure.
And I'll head up in the direction that he pointed.
All right.
I will follow him.
So, with those pretty simple directions, you find your way over to the 90 proof inn, which, as you get closer and closer, it is more and more bustling over here. You encounter various people just kind of out in the street, people walking around, serving these very large pints of this very fine seeming alcohol. But there are just these wood, these black, sort of charred looking wood crafted tables set up in the street, people drinking left and right. It seems like for a lot of these people, it has been quite a few days of merrymaking. And some of them are just a little lost in the sauce.
Does one of these people lost in the sauce happen to be looking like an elvish individual that we have met before?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
I am also going to be looking for my brother. I got a 24.
I'm also very perceptive today. I got a 21.
24 and 21. All right. You know what? I will give you an extra assistance here. George, go ahead and roll me just a history check, I'll say.
That is a 22.
22. All right. You've got a pretty good understanding of the kind of drink your brother liked to make at home or like to get made for him from Oswald. And much like you, he does like a little bit of dairy. And so you see that there is a table that seems to be filled with this sort of creamy, frothy drink. Various pints that were once filled with these drinks. And just what looks to be a very familiar elvish shape slumped over at the table. It's probably about 12 of these pints.
Bank.
Yeah.
You might be a 5 on the intoxication level.
Peg is just gonna kind of give a whew. Yeah, I can see. Let's make sure he doesn't go ahead and get to a 6.
Yes, let's.
Do we happen to see an orcish individual alongside?
I think with as high as your perception checks are, off in the distance, talking to another individual, does appear to be an orcish man, holding a... Interesting. Holding a relatively clear, relatively just very round and plain glass of white liquid, or of clear liquid, with what looks to be a flower in the top, just a pink little flower, talking to some individual at a table off to the side.
Does Gregor look to be in a lot better of a state than Nubian?
Interesting. What is Gregor's? Oh, he does have a very high constitution. He seems to be managing. He's gonna go ahead and roll me an insight check, we'll say.
That's an 18.
18. He's the kind of drunk where he's trying to hide it, but everyone knows.
How
But
about
also, most
you
people
go?
around him are a little drunk, so maybe they don't.
George, how about you go get your brother and I'll go talk to Gregor?
Sounds like a plan.
And I'm gonna start heading over in the direction of the boy.
All right, let's go ahead and roll initiative here to see who approaches who first.
I got an 18.
18?
That's a 19.
19.
Oh,
All right, well, you know what that means. Here comes the boy, stumbling, shambling over as he turns to see you with a big grin on his face.
Yeah. I'm gonna shuffle over and just kind of give like that sort of pat on the back and be like, Gregor, how the hell have you been?
Oh, hey, Pink. Oh, it's great to see you. So glad, man. You're such a good friend. Love seeing you here. Oh man, it's been a great time. We just these last few days waiting for you. We've been hanging out here. We got someone someone lovely. Just offered a room for us to stay in off. So that way, maybe like 9 minutes off in that direction. But oh yeah, good to see you. How are you?
There's been quite a lot that's happened.
Oh right, yeah. How was the desert?
I think this is a story that should wait for when you're a little bit more sober.
Nah, I'm good. Oh, how rude of me. Let me, where's my little, he pulls out his little kitty cat coin purse. Let me get you a drink here. What do you fancy? They got, like, all sorts of things. It's all right, but, it's all kind of crazy things here. It's not just, like one thing. Okay, yeah, he rolled a decent intelligence check there. Oh, he's got a -1 to intelligence. It's like it's all like rice, but like they do all sorts of like crazy things. Like this flour, man. There's like 50 different pink flowers, and they all taste different and do different things. That's just the pink.
And there's a lot more than the pink.
Yeah.
We took a fly over the field of flowers and we saw quite a few, so.
Oh yeah, I've been meaning to go out in the field there just to take in the view. It looks so pretty from the city though.
It is very nice. And there's a flower that tastes like cheese.
I gotta try that.
I'll pull out from my backpack one of them and hand it over.
All right, he takes the cheese flour, sniffs it. All right, does it smell like cheese for Gregor, or does it smell like vomit? Natural 20. It is like the cheese to him.
Yeah.
He looks at the flour as he sniffs it. He looks at the drink.
Oh no.
Puts the entire flour in his mouth, just starts chewing it up, and just like downs the rest of his drink.
Goodness
Well,
gracious.
They say wine and cheese goes together just fine. That was brilliant. You got another. He's gonna roll a
I think I would have
Constitution check.
ended up.
Yeah, he passes.
I think I would have ended up grabbing like 5, 6 maybe. So I'll hand him one more.
All right. He puts one through his like little ponytail that he's got up top. And well, on to the next drink. Eh? Oh, right. I was gonna order you something.
I don't know if Pink would like know the name of this in world or what the name of it in world would be, but I think Pink would get something akin to a daiquiri.
Okay. Well, based on your description there, yeah, okay. Still with a -1, but he gets it, just barely. Well, I think the barmaid was serving something called like a bottomless blue booby or something like that.
Yeah, sure. That sounds good.
All right, let me think it's that way. Do you follow?
Let's go. Yeah, I'll 100% follow.
All right. So as Gregor leads you off on a quest for a better drink, we'll cut over to George now. Nuvian is just here, slumped over.
I'm gonna just sort of shake on his shoulder. Hey, brother.
All right, let's do a. Oh, what stat would this even be? The first stat I see, because it's in the A's, is animal handling. Sure, roll animal handling.
Wait, where did my... Oh, there it is. Animal handling of 17.
17. So as you shake his shoulder, oddly a new sight for you is he just sort of like snorts, but stays down. As you like continue just like shaking his shoulder the way a brother does, oddly, he seems to be snoring. And his face is very flush.
I am going to... I'm going to cast Gust in his face.
All right.
Mhm.
Sure. Roll me another animal handling, we'll say.
Ooh, that's 6.
You just hear like a little bit of a me. He is out.
I...
I'm so scared.
I am going to cast Minor Illusion in his ear.
Okay.
That sounds like our father saying, "Get up, Nubian!"
All right.
Let's hope the PTSD is
Roll
strong enough.
persuasion with advantage.
Ooh, ooh, that is a 27.
27. Okay. So very quickly, Nubian just like shoots up, like tries to stand up in this bench, but like the chair is attached to the table, so he like kind of stumbles into like a half stand as he like really strongly hits the table with his torso. He's like, "Oh, yeah, sorry, Dad, long night. You got shorter. What?
And that's rotund, I'd suppose.
Oh yeah, you look good, sir.
Yes, of course. Well, I need you at the docks in 15 minutes.
I see. Yeah. Uh,
I also need you to
what's
open your eyes.
he just holds this pose, staring at you. Like you can see his eyes are like kind of shifting back and forth.
I need you to say hi to your brother.
Yep, I'll say him hi on the way out.
Nuvian, tell me where we are.
History check with disadvantage versus a natural 8. Okay. Well, he got the same education you do. Here you did. Let's see, what's he got here? We'll say he's probably one under your education. What is your intelligence score
My intelligence score
or your
is
modifier?
a +1.
Okay, so he's got a +0. He like scratches his head, trying to like disguise it as a bit of a stretch of like waking up. You can see right through him. English manner, right? He just looks around, mouth just kind of like hanging open, whether or not he realizes it.
You know, Nuvian, I'm gonna take him by the shoulder and sort of face him towards the center of town. It's been so long since we got that giant tower installed in the manor itself.
When we moved so close to the city center,
When did we move to Svala?
all right. Just roll me a quick insight check. You're probably gonna pass this.
22.
20. Oh, yeah, okay. You definitely know he's like trying to, like pass it off as like, oh right, that's what happened. Yeah. Oh right. Forgot we're on a business trip. Yep. Sorry, Dad. Long night. Uh, um, to the north end of town, right? Like
Nuvian?
he does not know when or where he is.
He's that
Nuvian?
one
But
cat.
he's not Eepy. He's just thoroughly blacked out.
Nuvian, I have different orders for you actually.
Yes.
I'm gonna need you to sit back down in this table.
He like sits down, tries to like lean back in whatever chair back he assumes is there. It's not there, and he like does like a little bit of a wave and like grabs onto the table. He, like tries to
Okay.
straighten him out real prostrate. Just like
Now,
Mm.
now what you're going to need to do is to put your head down and like rub your face and then just keep your head down on the table for 5 minutes.
he follows your instructions. like as literally as possible. He's just like on the table.
I'm gonna whisper to myself and sleep off whatever you do, whatever you've done to yourself. I'm gonna just sit down next to him.
He's just rubbing his face.
You can stop the rubbing now.
He stops the rubbing. And then like he just keeps his head laid down on this table, and he just passes out again.
Yeah. I will deal with him when he forgets this time. Because I don't need him being like, why'd you impersonate our father?
That's
Yeah,
so good.
I'm just gonna sit with him.
The familial PTSD.
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
19.
All right. There, among the glasses, some upright, some emptied and tipped, there are these sort of slips of paper. Some of them soaked, some of them a little drier, with a little bit of a writing on them.
I'm gonna take these slips of paper and look at them.
There's, if I recall, I said there was about 12 of these pints on the table.
Yep.
You find about 9 papers, some of them soaked through, so about only 3 or 4 are legible. But based on their content, you can assume what's on the others. They all say Elven Nighttime.
This is what he's been drinking.
Possibly.
I presume. Yep, that sounds about right. And 12 of goodness gracious, he's actually going to sleep. Lucky bastard.
And with that, we will move over back over to Pink and Gregor, who are on a quest for the bottomless blue booby.
I feel like this is what Nuvian was hitting the entire time that George was talking to him.
All right, so you and Gregor make your way through the streets, stumbling around. Eventually, he identifies someone off in the distance, like points very strongly. And actually, who did Lumion decide to follow in all of this?
Oh, right, yes. The shadow baddie.
So Lumion just watched all of this happen with the brothers.
Perfect.
So she's with George?
Yep.
Okay.
And so, yeah, Gregor goes ahead and points off to this individual off in the distance. He's like, over there. That's the one. Okay. Right. Coin purse. Like, he starts patting himself over, looking for the coin purse that is in his hand.
I'll let it happen for a second.
He, like, looks back behind him,
I'm
looks
gonna
back in his hand.
just.
Uh,
Okay. Okay.
he, like, opens up the flap, pulls out a gold piece, closes it back up. Actually, he does not pull out a gold piece. He pulls out a gray coin.
I hope that's a
And then-
silver, not a platinum.
And begins stumbling over to what looks to be a booth. And this is a relatively simple booth. There is a gold inscription, or a gold-colored inscription, that says 90 proof in order drinks here. And it's just, one of these, another one of these sort of like charred wood looking constructions. And there is this metallic looking box on the top of this sort of booth. If you think the booth kind of looks like if you think of like in the Peanuts, the like penny for your thoughts booth that Lucy sets up a lot. It's kind of one of those. Or like the SpongeBob Lemonade stand episode. Just a very simple booth for someone to stand behind, but it's got this metal box on top. He says, hello. And we'll say the teal dragonborn behind the counter says, yes, how can I help you, sir? Could I get the bottomless blue booby? Yes. Just another silver like all the drinks. He's like, yep. Slams down the coin with one finger. He shifts it over. She looks at the coin. Looks at you. Looks at the coin. Takes it under the counter.
Did I notice that coin perhaps to be not a silver?
Roll me a perception check.
Oh no. Oh no. He just played with the plot.
2021. That's a 21.
21. Yeah, based on the shape of the coin, it definitely was not your typical silver piece. It was definitely platinum shaped.
No.
And she goes ahead and writes down something underneath the counter, opens the metal box, places the inscription inside, closes the box, gives it a knock on the top, waits a second, opens it up, and out of this box is this how to describe this parabolic shaped cup with a flared out base, full of this icy blue slush. This would have not a umbrella in the top, but a interesting blue flower with this sort of like purple center, where the what is it, the stamens and the pistils would be of the flower.
Yeah.
She slides it over, hands it out, or like slides it over to the front, and then under the counter, rifles through what sounds like change, and places a pile of coins next to the drink. Will that be all? And Greg goes ahead and says, nothing. He just kind of like stares into the distance a little bit, thinking. And for you, sir? Over to you, Peng.
He was ordering on my behalf, so.
Ah, I see. First drink of the day?
Yep.
Well, enjoy.
Thank you. First time I've been.
Ah, well, 90 proof inn is a very proud establishment of our city of Svaler. Everything of here is, of course, rice based, but with all the fun flowers we get off the fields over there, makes for some very interesting flavor combos.
Mm-hmm. I'm interested to
And
try.
we are obligated to advise you not to try your own combos out of any fields that you gather yourself, as that could very much be toxic or dangerous. We have spent many years figuring out which flowers go good with alcohol and which ones very much do not. So unless you don't have a healer nearby, I cannot advise any sort of experimentation.
I'm gonna pull out one of the cheese flowers real quick and be like, does this one happen to be toxic?
I can check. She holds her
Uh,
hand out.
I'll hand it over, yep.
All right. Um, she places it in the box, takes another slip of paper, writes something down, places it inside, gives it a knock on the box. That'll just be a couple seconds there.
Mhm.
And you thought that it was just ambient noise before, but there does seem to be sort of like the sound of a wind chime just a second before she goes and opens the box. Oh, yeah, this is just a Parmesan.
All right, that's
It's
what
a
I
good
thought.
pairing with anything red.
Duly noted, thank you. And I'll put it back. It would be a shame if that were toxic because I have tried a few.
Ah. Yeah, well, luckily you took a good chance there, and also it ends well.
But thank you for the drink.
Yeah, of course. And come back for as many refills as you like.
Will do. Thank you. And I'll grab the drink and I'll put my other hand on Gregor's back and be like, all right, do you want to meet up with George and Nuvian?
Yes, that sounds like a great idea. As he does remember to grab his change off the top of the counter.
Good man.
Okay. Yeah, he can navigate back still. He's not quite blackout like Nubian is.
Not yet.
All right, and you go ahead and walk back and join up with the rest of the party. You see George sitting next to a Nuvian who is Nuvian looks like he's got a little bit of something white just like smeared over his face a little bit. Lumian is just kind of sitting there with her hands folded in front of the brothers, just kind of like accepting what's going on. And George, what are you doing right now?
I guess I'm gonna strike a conversation with Lumian.
Okay.
So, you are not the first shadow person I've come across, but you're the first one who wasn't attacking me. I've only come across two, So, you know.
Yes. So there another you meet.
Yes. Also used sort of white light, I think, if I remember.
I don't think they did. The
Also
only
used
magic of this
strange
thing
magic.
that I think you had seen is the black pillar that had fallen out of the sky.
Right, right. Uh Let me correct myself. Um was very hostile.
Oddly, she does know the word hostile.
Very mean.
Do you say oddly she
Oh.
does or doesn't?
Oddly, she does.
Oh.
Oh. Apologies.
No worries. It is not on you. Um, but so how do I have you always is this how do I ask this question? Um, you're from the underground.
Yes. You're from above ground.
Yes. Are there is there anyone like me down underground?
She responds, many friendly people, yes. Underground.
That's very sweet. Thank you. I think I'm gonna leave my inquiry at that then.
All right. All right. Pank and Gregor, you're back with a new drink.
George, how's it going over here?
Oh, hello. Gregor.
Oh, George, it's been so long, and he goes in for like the biggest hug.
I, I, I'm like, it's good to see you, buddy.
You're just gonna roll a strength check. It's a natural 19, and he's a fighter.
Good to see you, buddy.
It's always good to see you. And like he pats on your head, but if based on the size difference, I think his hand is about the size of like most of the size of your
It's
head.
good to see you, buddy.
Always good to see you too, George. Oh boy. So, welcome. How's the journey?
Uh, long. Long. It was long, but we're here. And that's the important thing.
I was telling Gregor that we should recount our epic journey and story at a time when they're a bit more sober.
Oh yeah, he's knocked out good.
Not like you though.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just peachy. But well, you know they said that drink's supposed to knock you down after a couple, but your brother there's a strong-willed folk, I guess.
Oh
It took
yeah.
him a number to get down.
I would like to point out when you first sent to him when we got into the city, he was at 5 pints
at
in, and by
5,
the
yeah.
time we got here, he was 12 in.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead and take a sip of my what was it called?
A bottomless blue booby.
Take a sip of my bottomless blue booby.
All right, make me a Constitution saving throw.
Did you get this from a bar called Tatooine or something?
That's a 19, actually.
19. You can tell that this is an alcoholic drink, just barely. Other than that, it's just a nice, cold, like almost a sort of tingly type of cold to it. There's a little bit of a blueberry feel to it, as well as a little bit of mint as well. You don't know what flavors the flower is contributing. It might be one of these or both of these flavors. But it's just a very refreshing drink.
A refreshing drink after a long journey. I'm gonna take the flour out and just see what flavor
All
it's
right.
contributing.
Another Constitution saving throw.
Very cool, Pank.
What's with the nose thing, George?
Make your save.
That's a 15.
15? All right. As this sort of like it's almost like biting into a very fresh, like, we'll say half tablespoon of wasabi, except instead of that like wasabi taste, it is just straight mint.
Okay.
So like
okay.
it just like punches you in the mouth, but you're able to like withstand it without like just freaking out.
That's strong.
Sounds like it.
I'm gonna put what remains of the flour back in the drink and then take a big gulp of the drink to wash it down.
Interesting choice, because after getting punched in the face with that mint, you go ahead and counter it with more mint.
Look, I'm washing the flour down.
Though it is a fair amount less of a punch than just biting the flour straight.
Hey, you had to know what flavor the flour was contributing.
And yeah, it's a very very refreshing drink.
I think I might have to get another one of these if we
Barely
finish.
a strong taste of alcohol. It's just very simple. Do you just sip
You
on
wanna
it,
try
or do you
some,
drink the
George?
whole thing? All right.
I'll be sipping on it, but
Yeah, I can try some.
I'll offer.
All right, George,
Now,
the canonically
hand it
teenager of Elfish lifetimes.
Pink is 8.
Yeah, but that's kind of like more 20, 27.
I mean, hey, they would allow me to buy if I wanted to.
Probably, yeah.
But yes, I will be trying this drink.
All right. You go ahead and take a sip. Make me a Constitution saving throw.
Ah,
So
yes, with my
check the fun
kid-like
facts.
abilities. Thank goodness I have the purple gem because that makes it a 10 instead of a 6.
Ooh. Hmm. So I think I have a couple of choices. Okay. So nothing here says you're a lightweight. But you said that was a 6?
10 in total.
10 in total. Okay.
Pretty
All right.
sure
It definitely feels relatively strong, but also very
George
sweet.
is a lightweight for sure. Let's see.
That might have been a fun fact that just didn't get written down.
I add it right now.
All right. But yes, it is pretty strong. Hank was handling this pretty well when just sipping on it. Um, although you probably did notice when he got punched in the face by the mint.
What? Oh, that's strong stuff.
You should take a bite of the flower.
No, I think I'm okay.
Yeah, no, that one's a bit too much. But I don't know. I think it's pretty good, pretty refreshing.
I'm glad you enjoy it.
Actually, I'm pretty sure both of you are lightweights, right?
Yes, pink is
Okay.
indeed a lightweight. You can be able to hold your drink down. You can be able to withstand the drink well,
Until you can't.
but yeah, like the drink itself is fine. The effects of the drink are not. I'll just be occasionally contributing cats to the cats channel.
Okay. Well, the party is finally unsplit.
We are unsplit, and we will.
Unless you count Nuvian, who is technically only here physically.
He's
Yeah, he
here in
split from us
spirit.
emotionally.
Well, no, he's not here in spirit.
He's on a spirit quest.
He's on a spirit quest.
He-
He's on his own journey.
Yeah. We'll get back to him in 5 to 10 business days.
Well, boys, I gotta tell you, it's been a crazy journey across the, well, it started pretty simply. We just took the river down to the Seishin forest. Just you can see it over there, that forest across the river. We crossed through that. Man. It's so many elemental beasts. So many of them frost elemental beasts. There's also they were gathered around these like giant ice pillars. They were pretty relentless. But we got a bunch of these, and he just like reaches into his bag and like pulls out a bunch of tiny like lesser elemental cores. I got like a bunch of these, and he just like puts them on the table, and they like roll around like marbles. Whew, these got us a pretty penny here. Sold
think we
most
should,
of them,
we should.
but yeah.
I think we should put these away and
I
not put them out
agree.
on a
Yeah,
table in a very busy place.
we might lose them.
He like shovels them back into his bag.
Hmm.
It's probably about 10 that he pulled out there.
Oh,
And he
my
said he sold
gosh.
most of them?
Well, I sold the bigger ones. We saved a couple of them for like the auxiliary components. But
Yeah, that'll
Yeah.
come in handy.
what did we do with them?
When we were going through the forest, we heard a lot of thunder elementals. A lot of them.
Yeah.
Just going at it for hours.
Well, you went through there too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
most
said something about
recently.
citrine.
We were in Citrine,
And then we left.
and we had to, and then we left.
He like tries to work out the map in his mind. He rolls a 4.
We mostly flew here.
He looks at George. Looks at the elvish person.
Yep, we flew.
I don't think we've met before. He like reaches out his hand.
To me.
Lumin. To
Oh.
Lumin.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm gonna be so hurt.
And she like goes for a very timid like handshake. His hand is probably about twice the size of hers. And he just like very gingerly shakes hands. So, what's your name? And like they do a very basic introduction between each other, kind of like basically everything you already know.
And I'm gonna go ahead and say to Lumine, these two are the friends we came here to meet.
Okay. And oddly, through this introduction, of like very, very casual introduction from Gregor, this is probably the most fluent in common that you've seen Lumine. It's like, oh, hello, how are you? My name is... all these like very basic like first things you learn.
Have we just been speaking in Elvish when we haven't been needing to? I'm gonna
Shit.
feel very stupid if that's the case. I'm scared to be the one to try. I'm gonna say to her, in common, are you more comfortable speaking in common?
She like gets a little bit of a like, oh, I've been kind of face to her.
She's been holding
and
out on us.
She's gonna do a roll here. And just think for a second. Yes, thank you. And you?
Is this...
I would like
Am
to
I able
insight
to-
check that.
I was about to insight check this as well.
I'll let you do it because you're probably better at insight. And you're the one talking.
I have a +2 to insight.
I might be better.
I drop my die. I mean, can't we both do it?
Yeah.
Because we both have been interacting with her in Elvish
Well, I got a nat
exclusively
20.
this whole time. Oh, well,
Okay.
I'll still roll anyway. Yeah, no, I don't get anything from this. I got a 5.
All right. So, George, this feels like a very well practiced sentence. Whether or not there's understanding behind it, with a natural 20, you would probably lean towards not.
I think.
Yeah.
What languages do you know, Pink?
I know Aran, Common, Druidic, Dwarvish, Elvish, and Orc. Most of them not like fully, not native, of course, and also not written. Mostly conversationally.
Right. Okay. In common, I'm gonna be like, I think we've got the same thing going on as we do with when we're talking in Elven.
Okay.
Okay.
Had to grab a certain book that may or may not act as a language guide. All right. So, with that introduction in a little bit of common, what would you like to do now? Your brother is probably going to be passed out for a good while.
But George, Zumin, do you want a drink? And I'll be saying this in Elvish.
Elvish. Okay.
Sure.
Yes, please.
All right. I guess I'll also say to Gregor. Gregor, do you also come along?
I think I might take a little break.
Probably for the best.
Have you finished
No.
your bottomless boo booby?
I think at this point there'd be a very small amount left. I would have been pretty consistently sipping on it.
Okay. Go ahead and take me one more Constitution saving throw.
That's a 21. Lots of 21s today.
I was on the edge of saying with disadvantage, but okay. You've already revealed the
You
rule.
you can. I'm fine with that.
All right, yeah, go with disadvantage.
Pink is a lightweight. That's a 13.
13. Okay. It's not hit you yet, but you're starting to realize that this drink that you got is much stronger than a beer or a wine. And you start to piece together that 90 proof is the brand. This drink may have hidden the flavor of alcohol very well, but it is a high percentage drink.
Oh.
And Nuvian's gone through 12 pints?
Nuvian had a different drink.
He had a
Okay.
different drink, but it's
Okay.
called the Elvish like nighttime or something. So it was also probably pretty strong.
Regardless, 12 pints of alcohol is a lot, whether it's beer or otherwise.
He was
And your drink
drinking
was probably
what
like
essentially
a
puts
cup or
elves
two.
to sleep.
He's getting to experience sleep. Um, I think I think as we're making our way there, I would start feeling it a little bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
And I might be like stumbling slightly. Yeah, no, the counter's just excuse me. The counter's just like right up here. If you guys want to get anything.
Perfect. I'm gonna walk up.
Okay. Hello. I see
Hello.
you've come with your friend. What can I get you?
Um, can I get that elvish drink?
Ah, the Elvish Night Time.
Yes.
How many would you like to purchase, sir?
Just once.
Just the one? All right. All right.
Just one.
She writes
And
that down on a
what
slip.
would you like?
What language are you saying this in?
Elvish.
Elvish. Okay. Okay. In common, she's going to say this to this dragonborn. Same drink, please. All right. Certainly can do Elvish nighttime. And she writes something down, places it in a box, gives it a knock, and she goes ahead and writes something more on some papers below, while she waits, and hands both you and Lumin a piece of paper that says Elvish Nighttime. Just in case you want to order another one later. Makes it a little easier.
Right. Perfect. How much do we owe you?
1 silver each.
All right, I'm gonna hand her 2 silver.
And Lumin, getting the prompt, is going to also produce some money.
No, no, no. I paid for you. Don't worry.
In common, she says thank you.
Of course.
And
So
then a second later, with the money taken, not the elvish, the dragonborn woman goes ahead and produces 2 fat pints of thick, creamy elvish nighttime.
yeah, I will
Happy
not be
drinking.
needing any more than this. Thank you. Hey, Pink, are you ready to deal with a dying George?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, what'd you say?
Back to the table we go then.
Yeah, I think I need to sit down a little bit.
Uh-oh.
I'm
It
gonna
looks
like
like
finish
Gregor,
off the little bit less, the last bit of my pint, and then.
Gregor and
all
Lumine
right.
are gonna be babysitting tonight.
As if Gregor's in a position to be babysitting.
I
He's
don't
just
know.
pretending
Lumin's
to
got
be all
another
right.
pint of this too.
Let's hope Lumine is the highest constitution of us all.
Lumine is actually the lowest weight.
I'll go ahead and double check her stats here. All right, so you make your way back to the table. Pink, did you order anything?
No, I finished off my thing and probably would have put the pint glass up there for them to take care of.
All right, and Pink, Go ahead and roll me a perception check, we'll say.
Sure. I am no longer the perceiver. That is, I believe, the first natural one in a little bit.
All right.
Ooh.
I was going to point something out to you. You do not take note of it.
Yeah, I feel like that's fair given my rapidly declining state.
All right. And getting back to the table, Lumion is going to start sipping down on this drink and give a constitution saving throw as she goes through it. Well. Well.
Well,
Oh, wait,
well.
That's secret notes. Hold up. Let me cover secret notes real quick. Oh, that is very secret notes. Well, I will say that was a natural factual 20
Oh,
Hell yeah.
on her constitution saving throw. So she just tanks it.
Wait, now
George,
for my time to tank
your
it,
turn.
right?
Shadow Betty is strong.
And you are noted lightweight, so we're going to make this with disadvantage.
All right. Well, I don't need to roll another one because that's a nat 1.
So,
Don't play.
in front of Pank, George, and Lumin, George takes about 5 sips and then just heads straight down to the table. George, you're sleeping.
I'm gonna kind of like nudge him a little, be like, George, are you good? Oh shoot.
Me.
Like
I guess
brother,
it
like
certainly
brother.
is the elvish good night or whatever it's called.
The Elvish nighttime.
Elvish nighttime. So yeah.
So Pank,
Um,
you and Gregor and Lumin are the only ones up right now. The brothers are conked out.
hey, Gregor.
Yeah.
I think we might wanna take those two to some sort of room so that they can sleep proper. That seems like they're probably out for the night.
That sounds fair. Well, waste not, want not. And Gregor takes George's drink and drowns it. This is an Elvish nighttime. He's gonna roll with disadvantage. Gregor, Constitution is, if it's anything less than a +2, he's got a +3. He just barely stays up with the rest of this drink. But if he was barely hiding it before, he's just not hiding it anymore. He is thoroughly, most likely blacked out at this point, but he's still conscious and like operating.
Is Lumine the one who's looking the best out of all of us?
Lumi is looking completely unfazed.
And how much did she drink? Did she like
A whole pint.
chug it? Oh,
At this
she's
point,
just
yeah.
fine.
Clerics, man.
Impressive.
I think it's that way.
Yeah, let's. I think we might want to retire for the night.
Meanwhile, the sun it's about noonday.
Oh, we're day drinking.
Oh, absolutely, you're day drinking along with
I forgot we're day drinking.
along with probably about
Shit.
200 people in the street right now.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, I
Okay.
got this one. And he just like hoists Nubian over his shoulder, fireman carry.
Yeah, don't worry. I've got this one. And I'm going to try and copy what Gregor did, but with George.
All right, strength check. It's probably gonna be like a DC 15 to do it
Wow,
solo.
that's an 18.
18. All right. So
I would not be opposed to doing it with disadvantage for the record.
I think with the liquid confidence in your avian veins right now, you're just like, yeah, I can handle this, and you just throw him over your shoulder. All your muscles are just very loose, but you know what? You're holding it up.
All right, let's. Where's the room?
Gregor just points forward and starts walking.
And I'm gonna follow him.
All right.
Yeah, I go follow.
So this drunken caravan, led by the most drunk conscious person, is being led back to this room. And you come across, eventually, what just looks to be some person's house. Gregor, like, with one hand, pulls out a little key, puts it in the door. It seems to unlock. He has the key to this person's house. And he just stumbles inside. You can see, like, there's just a curtained off, like, dining room, effectively, of someone's house that has just a couple of these cots set out. And on this curtain, it just says, like, guests here.
Are there
Gregor
enough
flops
cots?
Nubian onto his cot out of effectively what seems to be just like machine wrote habit at this point. And Gregor goes a couple of steps over to his cot, of which there are only 2 in this room, and falls into the cot into sleep. I didn't get it.
Did you get it?
And so Gregor is just out now with no explanation. Well, you've got a room. Also, he did not bother to close the door behind him.
Would I have noticed this?
It's a little drafty right now.
I think I'll go over and shut
right.
the door.
Lumine's just kind of waiting by the door.
Oh, did she come in?
Inside, yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't want to slam the door in her face.
You just have a moment of panic as you close the door. Wait, did Lumine make it inside? Oh, wait, she's right there. she's literally right there.
I'm gonna say to her, I think some of us drink a bit too much. We're gonna probably retire for a little bit.
Just gonna check if she has lesser restoration. Yes, she does. In Elvish, she says, can heal.
That might be a good idea, but not me, because I'm still mostly conscious. I think one of them would be better to heal.
She does not know what conscious means, but okay.
I think it would be for the best if we did George.
No, I'm sleeping.
Or
Let me sleep.
actually,
I've never done this before.
let's Gregor. That guy slept before.
And she like goes and points over to Gregor. Looks at you.
I'll give a nod.
And she casts Lesser Restoration. As we cut over to George.
I'm sleeping. Yay.
Indeed, you are sleeping. Although, as I recall, you are holding both the consciousness shifter and the quartz piece.
Yeah. It does seem like I am.
So, incorporated in your dream, you sort of wake up into a scene at the table where it appears to just be you and Amethys with a couple of drinks. The streets are empty empty of people, but all the things are here. There's a cat flying through the sky.
So is this what dreaming is like? Are you real?
She just repeats back to you, "Are you real?"
Am I real?
Turns into an existential nightmare.
Your first time sleeping turns into a nightmare.
Are any of us even real?
Just roll me a d20.
You. I wrote in that one again.
So these cats that have just kind of been very naturally flying through the sky, you know, in the way that cats usually do.
As they do, yeah.
Yeah. One begins to land on your table, which is now kind of just incredibly long. And the cat is now just in the shape of that vehicle that you were in, that you discovered in that sort of valley, that sort of like weird facility that you had stumbled across after the worm. And the other side of the table where Amethys was sitting is just now kind of like this ocean or like this coral reef area. But your side is still like the dry street. Like the cat just kind of lands in the way that that vehicle presumably may have landed and just like explodes at the end of the table. At this explosion, you see all of these other flying cats just kind of face towards you and just start dive bombing your table and just like exploding. Go ahead and roll me a dexterity saving throw. As we're just
Thank
gonna do a
God
dream
it's
sequence.
not a 1. Wow. Wow, that's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right, like an absolute rogue, you just like start dive bombing between these cats that are like trying to explode you. You don't know why or like what's going on. Go ahead and roll me another natural, or roll me another natural 20, please. Go ahead and roll me another d20.
Well, I won't be able to roll you a nat 20, but I will be able to roll you an 18.
An 18? All right. As you dodge, you end up back in your manor, in your father's closet, in front of the Eager Wish safe. You like You think you probably like dived into a building or something, and now it's just like this is here.
All right. I'm in the Eager Wish safe, or I'm in front of it.
You're in front of the Eager Wish safe.
I'm gonna just go try to open it, I guess.
Okay, roll me another d20. Actually, we'll make it a perception
12.
check.
Oh, perception. Then that is a 17.
Okay. So opening the Eager Wish safe, it is just filled with various colored quartz crystals, including centrally there's this purple quartz crystal that you know kind of represents amethyst.
How many quartz crystals?
Go ahead and roll me a d20 3 times.
Okay, first one was 12.
Okay.
Second was 13.
Okay.
Oh, the third was 2.
Okay. So as you look in there, there's at least like 12 quartz crystals in here. And then you're like, oh well amethyst is here too, so there's 13. And then you like go to actually like reach out to one of them, and you realize you only have 2 options.
I'm gonna grab amethyst then.
All right, you grab amethyst. Roll me a d20.
And that is a, uh-oh. I got another nat 1.
All right. You are sucked into the purple crystal.
No, I don't want to be back in here! I'm back in the fucking building again!
And you notice the smell of rot and old sand as you're back in some sort of sandstony dungeon.
No, 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 no. I'm gonna look around for an exit.
All right, perception check.
14.
14. All right. Off in the distance, there seems to be all off in one direction is just darkness. It's like the area just goes dark. But you look to the other direction and there's this just bright blue door.
I'm gonna run to the blue door,
Okay.
away from the darkness.
Roll me a d20.
10.
10. All right. So as you start running, this darkness behind you, you can feel it. Like you're looking almost in 2 directions at once. You see the darkness just like start to creep up towards you and like try and almost catch up to you. As you get to the door, you open it, and going through, you're just in a white void. Go ahead and roll me a d20.
13.
13. As the void clears up, you seem to be in the clouds as a Quetzalcoatl.
Oh, thank goodness. I mean, brah. I'm gonna dive down out of the clouds.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
11.
11. All right. What you see below you is the city of Citrine. Not destroyed. Kind of as you had originally found it, but repaired up a little bit. You imagine this would be like if the repair efforts only had to deal with the earthquake.
I'm gonna fly closer to it.
All right. go ahead and roll me another d20.
Uh-oh, that's a 2.
As you begin to fly down from above the mountain, the tip of the mountain, as you approach the peak, oddly, the snow turns dark. And this black orb begins to consume the tip of the mountain and just grow and grow and grow.
Um, I'm going to fly away from the orb.
Okay. Roll me a d20.
Oh no, I got a 2 again.
As you turn away from this black orb, you come face to face with the black and red arbiter that is flying straight towards you and goes and just bites over you, consuming you whole. At which point we'll pick back up with Pank.
Oh,
Well, what a first time to go to sleep, man. What a first time to dream.
I'm never doing this again.
Waited all of his life to sleep, and this is what happens. All right. So
Lumen goes ahead and lesser restorations Gregor. He goes, oh, it's a good nap. Meanwhile, he was probably on this like cot for about 1 minute.
yeah, you're really out of it.
When'd you get into town?
You don't remember?
History check. 3.
Yeah, that checks out. George and I'm pointing over at George on the table. Or on the cot.
Yeah. He's probably on a table.
Yeah. We've gotten like an hour ago, maybe I want to say.
Oh. Okay. Welcome to Swaler. It's been a pretty great time here, honestly. After all that's been happening in the world, a little bit of merrymaking will do the soul a little good, I think.
Yeah, what have you two been up to?
Oh well,
Just
he's
generally. Oh,
out again like a light, I see. Yeah, he's been drinking pretty strongly here. Been really building up a sort of like a tolerance for the elven nighttime there. But yeah, we passed through the Seishin forest, fought a ton of those elemental beasts. Got a bunch of those like elemental cores from them too. Made a pretty penny, I'll say. So I think we've got some good traveling funds from that. We'll see where it leads us, I suppose.
say what you will about Gregor, at least he's consistent. He's recounting basically the exact same thing. Yeah, no, that's going to be great. So you guys have made quite a bit.
Yeah, it's fun to the celebration for sure. We still have plenty to spare. But I think, well, now that we're met up with you, might be time to get on the road again. Starting, well, looking at his state, probably tomorrow.
It's like midday right now.
Huh. So it is. Well, if you have any
Uh,
shopping or anything you want to do here, I know, pointing over to Gregor, pointing over to George. Gregor points over to George. There we go. That makes some sense. Um, he likes a good bit of history, so he might be interested in the Central Institute here. Do all sorts of. Man, they've been crazy busy these last few days. I hear. Been talking to a lot of folks from there, and they're kind of sparing any moment they can just to stop by on the street and pick up a drink and go back to work. They've definitely got their hands full.
yeah, when George wakes up, it might be a good idea to go around and buy some stuff because, oh boy, we've had some adventures too.
Oh yeah, recount me with your tales of daring do.
It all began with that damn rabbit.
Oh, Sadie, right?
Yes, Sadie.
What happened with her? Doesn't sound good.
You know, just we got to where we needed to in the desert and all with her. And then one thing leads to another, and she betrays us, and we're all of our stuff is stolen, and we're tied up in the middle of the desert.
And you recount him with this tale of the last few episodes, or last few sessions.
Yeah, I just tell him basically everything that's happened so far, and including the vehicles and how George almost died.
Do you know that George almost died?
Did he actually?
I think I.
Yeah.
Wait,
Okay.
hold on.
At the very least, you came back like very, very panicked and relieved at the same time. Yeah, did you actually tell me directly that you almost died from that?
In my notes, I teleported back to the location and then sought you out. I'm gonna say I probably would have told you, I think.
Yeah.
So you recount your tales, how you got here, all the complications along the way.
And so, yeah, basically, that's probably why it would be a good idea for us to go do some shopping before we leave.
Well, if you need a little bit of funding here, he just reaches into his kitty cat coin purse and pulls out 10 platinum and hands it to you.
This is now pocket change to him. 10 platinum is pocket change to Gregor now.
What have we missed?
Hold on, pause. How long were we gone again? How long were we split up?
Let's see. Well, I'd say it's been about a week and a half, I think.
We almost died in there. We're not leaving Gregor.
Wait, George, you're still asleep. What?
I am still asleep, yeah. Don't mind me. I'm dreaming.
I love the idea that he came awake just to say that, and then Gregor's like, "Wait, you're supposed to be asleep," and then George just passes out again. But you must have found some sort of like get rich quick scheme. 10 platinum.
Well, turns out selling these little orb things is quite a lucrative business. I mean, to be fair, it was quite dangerous. Probably don't tell George, but his brother almost died a couple times there. I had to carry him out of a couple of scraps. But
Yeah, George almost died a few times too, so I think it's even.
family resemblance, I suppose.
Yeah, they're. I don't think they'll admit it, but they're kind of similar in some ways.
Mayhaps they are. But yeah, so we sold off a bunch of these. We got some of the bigger ones, and we sold those out. And those, oh man, uh, those uh, those sort of like rarer ones. Those just sell for like, looking at things, like, depending on how whatever person is evaluating them, they go for like 500 to 700 gold per piece. So yeah, pays off to fight those bigger ones.
Upon hearing this, uh, Penk miraculously gets like 1% more sober, just at the gut punch of like 700 gold per.
We ran away from a lot of gold.
Yes, you did.
we Well, look, we almost died in a cave. I think we deserve a little bit of running away time. But
Suppose you do.
so yeah. Um I'm probably gonna sit around a little bit longer just to sober up a little bit more. Those
Oh yeah, sure.
blue bottomless boobies or whatever they're called are really strong stuff.
Oh yeah, you had one of those. Yeah.
Yeah,
I think those are like 40% or something.
I'll check out. I had one and I'm yeah.
Well, I would offer you some water here, but got my water skin enchanted here to always pour out some 90 proof wine. So yeah, no, they were offering a special. They say it was 100 gold to do it, but got as much
Hey, you have the money.
much of the this like rice wine that they've been selling.
So it just pours out like infinite alcohol.
He opens the top of the water skin and just starts waterfalling it.
Goes right
And
back
the
to
the
drinking.
bag does not deflate. It just keeps pouring.
This is kind of amazing, and would also be awesome if we could do that with water too.
He got a dirty 20 on his Constitution saving throw there. Uh, but yeah, so I don't think I have to worry about getting drinks for quite a while. They said the only thing about the enchantment there is if you pour it into another vessel that's not your own goal, it just evaporates real quickly.
Hmm. Noted. Is there places to get stuff enchanted around here?
Oh yeah, plenty. I mean the main thing is that that Central Institute. They've got all sorts of history smart folks over there that know how magics.
I think I might go visit at some time to, well, first get a water skin and then get that same deal that you got going on there, but for water.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good combo. Have both of them, you know.
Infinite supply of both.
Well, I don't have any plans for the rest of the day.
Yeah, I think let's wait for a few of us to sober up and then we can head out.
So, George, as you feel the slimy, bubbly gullet of the inside of this arbiter, you wake up on top of a table in a place you don't recognize.
Remarkably furnished for a and I can speak. I'm back to me. Oh gosh, what happened?
Oh, you're more than a sleepyhead.
You got eaten? No, wait. Where are we?
Uh, we went back to the little guest partition that we purchased for the opening festival, the
I was
grand reopening.
dreaming.
Yeah, I imagine so.
Never doing that again.
Oh, not your style.
I don't get what all the fuss was about it.
And you feel a hand on your back unexpectedly. Actually, let's stealth check. Yeah, sure. You feel a hand just on your back, and any of that like lingering drunkenness just like clears away. You turn around and you see Lumion just kind of give a gentle smile.
I smile back. Hello. Um.
Hello.
Oh goodness. Um. Wow.
How long would it have been at this point?
Uh, we'll say with all their recounting, it's probably been like an hour, hour and a half.
Since I only had one pint, would I start like how
Yeah,
long would it
you're
take
pretty
before I
well
start
sobered up
sobering
now.
up a bit? Okay. Yeah, no, you took five sips of that drink and you just conk straight out.
Interestingly, or interesting. Um.
You
Well,
see Gregor walk out.
I. Is that what sleep is really like?
Oh yeah, I guess you don't really sleep, do you? What, did you not like it?
I. It was horrible. I was like. I was like with Messis in Vela, but then I was back in the. I was back in the valley we found, and cats were dive bombing me. It reminded me of when I almost died flying, and then I was back in I was home, but then I was back in the, the amethyst dungeon the worm, um, and then I was in Citrine, and that was great. Except there was a black and red arbiter that ate me.
I see, I see. So you had a nightmare.
Oh, yeah, I suppose it did.
What a first way to what a first way to go to sleep then, huh? Having a nightmare instead of a proper dream.
I'm just gonna. I'm gonna get off the table and like sit down somewhere.
All right. There are chairs at this table.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit at one of them.
I'd say sleeping is pretty nice when you're not having a nightmare, so you might want to try again sometime.
Yeah, sometime. Oh goodness.
So, you should let Gregor tell you how much money they've managed to accumulate.
Hey, Gregor.
One moment. You can
Okay.
see he's like off somewhere in the house,
Right.
or you can hear, I guess. After a moment or two, he returns. Uh, feel a little bit lighter. So,
So,
what's up?
how much money did you end up making?
A few hundred gold.
A few hundred gold.
Yeah, we spent a little bit on enchanting and stuff like that, but yeah, we still have a couple hundred left over, I think. I
You
hear you
weren't
need
gone
to
that
supply
long.
back up.
Yeah. Yeah, we need some supplies.
Yeah, I mean, I suppose it helps to make money when you sell the magical things you don't really know how to use.
What all magical stuff did you get?
We got all these like these crystals here, or these like cores from the. Oh right, you were asleep. So we went into the Seishin forest, and he just retells the story of like how he did all that.
So, how many beasts did you end up killing?
Quite a few. Eventually, we figured out we can hide up in the trees, and that usually keeps most of them at bay, and stay away from the ice spikes that seem to kind of attract them. Figure out a route around that, which wasn't the straightest of routes, which made the journey through the forest a little longer, but I think overall it was the safest option to get your brother through.
Wow. Wow, that is something.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is Nuvian still like passed out, by the way?
Oh, absolutely.
So, do we just want to sort of head out and get some stuff preliminarily while we let Nuvian recover?
I think that's a
Suppose
fine
so.
plan.
You can go do some stuff and then come back for him.
Yeah.
Is there anything that you would want to get, Lumin?
Uh, I can wait here.
You okay with that?
That is okay. She says in common both times.
Uh, I'll say then. All right. Uh, that's good then. Thank you.
Okay.
Uh, and I'll turn back to George and Greg.
Actually,
So,
hasn't been 24 hours yet. Okay. Good. Good, good, good.
mm, uh, and I'll be like, so you guys want to head out and specifically to George, restock on some stuff that we've parted ways with forcefully.
Yes, I think that's a good idea.
All right. So, what is on the agenda for items to get?
So, what all? I'm trying to remember back to all the stuff that was taken. We need to get a water skin for both of us.
Yes.
I forget. Do I have a backpack? I think I do at this point.
Just a Giga Chat in here. Okay. Thought I had put in the equipment tables, but I can also just pull them up over here. All right. So a water skin on its own. Well, let's see. Oh, equipment tables. I see. Oh, backpack will run you 2 gold for a pretty sturdy one. Water skin in W runs 2 silver pieces.
All right. I'll give up 2 gold. So wait, hold on. Gregor gave me 10 platinum, right?
Yes.
Let me just add that real quick. All right. So I will spend 2 gold for a sturdy backpack.
All right.
And then I'll spend 2 for a water skin.
All right. 2 silver for a water skin.
That's some stuff back. Do there happen to be any soap vendors?
There would be plenty of places that have soap.
I would like to.
And
I want to get a bar of soap.
all right. Just a generic bar of soap is 2 copper pieces.
I will give a silver and hope they can give change.
They could certainly do this at just a random general store you walk into.
So, perfect. Okay. Now have bar soap again. Been a while. Um, Frankly, I think that's like the basics that I that I would need again. Um, I did want to get the water skin and see if I could get the water skin enchanted with the same type of deal that Gregor has with the alcohol.
Mm.
But that can probably wait a little bit.
Yep. So when you ask some random shop clerk about it, they say you can try and get someone from the Central Institute to help out with that. Uh,
Uh,
Anything that you want, George?
Uh, so I also want the water skin for
Okay.
sure. Um, let's see. Um,
I believe right now you have most of your items just like on your belt because your backpack was also
yes,
taken.
yes. No, wait, did I buy another backpack? I might have bought another backpack.
Maybe.
Because I have a backpack.
Perhaps you did.
Um,
Ooh, I do. There's actually a few more things that I would like to.
All right.
I'll let George continue.
um, I think I'd like to get a flute.
A
Just so I
flute?
have, yeah,
All right. A good flute will run you 2 gold pieces.
cool. And how much will the, uh, water skin run me?
I think the water skin was 2 silver. Yeah.
And then that might be all I need.
And through your journeys across the town here, it looks like a lot of the people that are definitely like residents do seem to be beast folk. Beast folk as a beast folk are beastlings as a sum in this city seem to be more populous than like your typical humans or elves.
Interesting.
All right, what else did you need to get, Pink?
I wanted to get some more special arrows, some magical arrows,
Magical arrows. All right.
because I have some regular ones right now. But I'm out of special fun ones.
All right. Let's see. Shop staples. Here we go. So, let's see. Weapons, hopefully. Where are my arrows? Oh, they're probably in this table. Over here. Control F. Arrow. Ah, here we go. So, a bundle of enchanted arrows, which comes in bundles of 5, runs you, depending on the enchantment type, 30 to 40 gold pieces.
Fair. Um, is there any way I could get more radiant arrows?
More radiant arrows? Yes, I think in this area it's pretty reasonable to find those for. Those would probably be the harder ones to get, just because they are a little rare and you're not in Citrine. Those would probably be on the high end of 40 gold pieces for 5.
40?
40 for 5, yeah.
Okay. Uh, one platinum is 10 gold, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think I would go ahead and do that then.
All right.
I'd give up 4.
And then if you are just looking for regular arrows, a bundle of 20 is 1 gold piece.
I already got a bundle of 20.
All right.
I think that's all taken that. That 5 special
Alright.
errors can go a long way.
Great. Anything else
So
you want to
then,
look for during this shopping outing?
if there's nothing else from George's end, I'd probably want to go to that Central Institute, see if I could
Alright.
get the water skin enchanted
Mm.
with
Uh,
infinite water properties, or at least a lot of water properties.
Alright. So going to the Central Institute, as you approach the center of the city, you see that it's more than just the very large central tower. The central tower here looks to be quite possibly upwards of 20 floors,
Oh my
or 20
goodness.
stories. But the nearby buildings maybe 3, 4 stories tops. There does seem to be a arcane enchanters in that vicinity, where they are both offering enchanting and just general selling services. I will say you can find a already enchanted water skin for, let's see, it's 100 for the ones that use the 90 proof wine. For fresh water, I'd say that'd probably run you 35 gold.
That's pretty good.
That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
As you mentioned that as you say that to the store clerk, they say, well, we're not using the licenses for all of the branded drinks of the 90 proof inn, and also the spells to create infinite water have been around for centuries.
Yeah,
It's a
I
little less
guess it's
specialized.
pretty tried and true by now.
But yes, they would be willing to part with it for 35 gold.
Sure, yeah. In that case, I will give 3 platinum and gold. Now I have an enchanted water skin
Indeed.
with infinite
So you can
water.
add just as a custom item, water skin of endless water. And she does give you the same stipulation that Gregor had mentioned, that unless you're pouring it into your own mouth, or she does say you can pour it out into other things, but unless you're pouring it into your own mouth, it will evaporate pretty quickly. Otherwise, it will only take about a minute per cup to evaporate.
So technically, if I were to fill a cup, I could drink it.
Yeah.
It
just
just
have to go
would be
fast.
evaporating very quickly. Yeah. Okay.
Like if you needed to, you could use this to like put out a torch or something like that.
Would it evaporate if I poured it into someone else's mouth directly as well?
I mean, they would still be drinking it quick enough, so it's fine.
Okay, yeah. Fair enough.
And hopefully you've got that written down, because I did not write that down.
Yep. Basically, we'll give infinite water, but will evaporate unless it's poured directly into my own mouth.
Yep.
And 1 cup will evaporate, and you said like what, 1 minute?
Yeah, 1 cup per minute of evaporation.
Cool.
And if there are any bigger errands that you would like to run, we can save those for the next session, or we can end the session at returning to the guest house that everyone else was in.
I think I'm good.
I think this is a
So
good stopping point, yeah.
I'm gonna return to the house or whatever.
All right. And Gregor is already plenty stocked up, having been here for a couple of days now. Um, and as you return and you go through the curtain partition uh, to see the rest of the party, you see that Nuvian is awake, um, being nursed a little bit by Lumin, who is giving him some of the non-pizza left beef as a very hearty way to absorb some of that elven nighttime.
Yes.
They seem to have introduced each other and been a little bit of been friendly. Additionally, go ahead and roll me a history check, George. Last roll of the night, or of the day, I guess.
8.
8. To your surprise, Nuvian somehow knows Sylvan and is just speaking in Old Elvish to Lumin.
We have a translator.
They seem to be having a good old time together. And with that, we will call the session.
What has Nufian been doing? Did he just learn that in his studies?
Oh god.